Hey guys, welcome back to the mill. Matthew and I appreciate you tuning in today. You can see our project in the floor. These some big boards. My back's hurting already just thinking about them. So yeah, hang on a minute. We'll be right back. We'll talk about it. Okay guys, appreciate you tuning in today. What we got is some 3.5 by 12 by 8 foot long oak. Is that 8 foot? Yeah. We saw these for a customer back in September. Good customer, done a lot of work for him. He's building a house and he's planning way out ahead. These are going to be stair treads for a metal set of stairs. And our goal today, since we've sawed them and kiln dried them, is we're going to run them through our Grizzly Planer, take them down to a solid 3 inches thick, and then probably cut them in half because it needs 44-inch long steps, 18 of them, and then we'll put them back on our wood mizer and cut them to 11 1/4. Cut the top, flip them over square, cut the bottom. So 2-3 step process. Like I say, it's been working for months and months. You got to plan way out ahead for this stuff. So when you're talking to a customer, bear that in mind. Go ahead and give them a timetable, ask them what their timetable is, and then, tell them if they're being realistic or not. Because oak, you need to be 3 months bare minimum, preferably 4 to 5, 6 months out when you place an order with me, because I'm busy. My kiln's busy. I can't get any hardwoods in my kiln right now until April. Just no way around it. You call me today and say, you're out of luck, I can't do it. I'm already booked that far out. And hardwoods take a long time in a kiln. Pines, 7-10 days, you're in and out. These big thick pieces of oak like this, these run 45 days plus, depending on how long you air dry them in advance. So just bear that in mind. You got to discuss timetable with your customer. Make sure they're aware of what you can do, what you can't do, time-wise. So, as far as I know, they should run pretty good. They look like they dried adequately for, thick 3.5-inch wide oak boards. But Matthew and I are not looking forward to picking them up and hoisting them through this Grizzly. Now, if you ask why we're using the Grizzly and not our Weinig motor, well, the Weinig can handle the height. I can do up to 4 inches, but it maxes out right at 9 inches. And with the front cutter we're running right now, it really maxes out at about 8.5, 8 3/4. So
we had a video come out just before this one about comparing the two.
Right, we got a comparison video you've probably seen already before you'll see this one, but this is why we keep our Grizzly, because there's things we can do on it that we can't do on the other. There is machines out there that can handle stock this wide. If you do a lot of it, buy one. I don't do a lot of it. I'm not going to spend the extra tens and tens of thousands of dollars it takes to get a machine that'll do something that big and this thick. Now, you can buy your little motor planer that'll do 12-inch wide boards. Shove that piece of 3.5-inch oak in there and it'll complain at you. It may do more than that. But yeah, if this is what we specialized in, yeah, they make machines that can handle it, but I don't know that we've ever done much 3.5, 12 wide. I mean, it's a rare occurrence, So we'll make do. We'll just do it on the Grizzly and put it on the wood mizer and get it squared up for him, and he can finish the rest of it with an orbital sander. So we got our machine set up here. We're gonna heave them up, try to run them through. It'll be minimum probably 4 passes, because we're at a 3.5 and we need to be at a 3. So that should give us plenty of rotation, 4 or 5 passes, so we can keep rotating sides. I always go top, bottom, and then on the last pass, try to pick your top if it needs a little more and get it. I'd like to have it two-sided clear, and we got a 1/2 inch. It should, unless we got, you know, some deviation in the board. So here we go, another time lapse, guys. I'm sorry, but it just takes time to make this machinery run, and we're gonna get to it. Okay, guys, sorry about the long time lapse. It's just, we've talked about this. It takes time to run these machines. What was that, Matthew? An hour and a half, probably. I don't want you to sit there and watch me run a planer back and forth, hour and a half. We made 4 passes. The first initial pass I basically set the gauge and we run it through. I think we had 2 boards that we backed up a little bit and had to run them twice to get them to that same thickness. Flipped it over, took two turns on the Grizzly. We flipped it over again, I took a turn and a half. And then the last pass, we flipped them over and took a turn and a half. So 4 passes, less handling for me. It's perfectly 3 inches thick, just like the customer wanted. I actually just got off the phone with him, he's tickled to death with it. I thought we were going to do a little secondary processing, but he's actually going to do it. And we had 2.5 8-foot boards left over, and he wants those as well, so there'll be no extra waste. He's got to take them, cut them to somewhere around 44 inches, the exact width he needs, and then 11.25 for the stair. And I think they're going to turn out gorgeous. But anything else on this, Matthew? just takes time, people. It's been since end of September, 1st of October that we saw this, and I made him wait and made another customer wait, and because we was waiting on a big order. And once we got it all sawed, we run it December 2nd. I remember I put it in December 2nd, and it didn't come out till first week in January. So it run about 35, 38 days. We've got when it come out, we put a load of pine in, and it'll probably be out, today's Monday, probably out Wednesday. It's running about 9-10 days. It is cold and humid. And then we got another batch of pine to run, another one. Anyway, we got a bunch to run. But that's why it takes so far for me to do this stuff out in the future, because I just can't run oak every 10 days. Now pine, I tell people all the time, if you need a little bit of pine, let me know. We can cut it and work it in with a batch that we're running best we can. So, anything else? Don't turn your nose up at work. This is good work, easy work. The sawing was a little rough. We had to go through quite a bit of logs to get a good 12-inch wide, 3.5-inch thick board. And if you notice, there were some short ones. They were 48 inches, 50 inches long. And that's because we cut a board that didn't make a good 8-footer, but it was enough to make a good 48-inch to be cut down stair tread. So it takes, you got to remember that when you're pricing it too. It takes a good sized tree to cut a 3.5 by 12 out of and make a good board. Some of these got hard in them. I told him that from the get-go. I mean, for me to get a 3 by 12 out of a log that don't have no heart in it, you're probably looking at what, a 36-inch log or better?
At least.
To avoid the heart, but it turned out good. They planed good. They're, for the most part, good and flat. And like I say, they're only using them in 44-inch lengths. Whew, I'm tired. That's a lot of workout, moving them things around. Matthew and I greatly appreciate you watching, guys. If you got any comments, questions, things you hadn't seen us do or whatever, just drop them in the comment section. I'll do my best to answer them. Big shout out to Matthew and Solomon doing our videos. Greatly appreciate it. They come out every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 5 o'clock Eastern time. Also, Solomon, you check him out at Third Beard Fishing, as well as the company him and my daughter run, 525 Designs. They can do your logos. They done ours. I don't have a Bearded Lumber shirt on, but he did all our logos for us. He's a graphics design artist. Surprises me sometimes with stuff he comes up with. Looks good. Also, Joe Maine, Wood Mizer, give him a shout if you need anything. That's going to do it for today, guys. We're going to get out of here. We'll see you back at the mill.
Thank you for watching. Here's a video selection and a playlist suggestion. Click here to subscribe for more great content. We'll see you at the mill.